Hello students, standard 8 in the physics chapter number 13 sound. Now we learn about the sound that how they are produced through the vibrations. Also we learn that there are different types of sound. We saw some information about the musical instrument which are of different type, in which the different parts vibrates to produce sound, like the string instrument, wind instrument, membrane instrument, and some are the different which are producing sound when we pluck or strike on them. Now the sound is produced by vibration, that we know now. But in the next question arises that after sound is produced, how does it travel? Means how it goes from the place of production to the other place. Because we can hear the sound, it means that the sound, when produced from the source of sound and it travels and reaches to the ear, then only we can hear the sound. So now, how do they travel? That we are going to learn about. So generally, this sound are in the form of the waves. And these sound waves need a medium to travel or to propagate. Traveling, it is also known as propagation. So sound needs a medium for propagation. Mediums means something, any object must be there that can take the sound pass through them, which is known as a medium. So sound travels or the propagates through a medium. Now what type of medium should be there? Medium can be of any type. It can be a solid medium, it can be a liquid medium, it can be a gas medium also. It means that it can passes through solid, liquid or gas, any type of medium. Let us understand one by one that how the sound travels through air, means the gases, water means the liquid, and some solid mediums. So we will understand with the help of some activities. In the first activities, we learn that how it travels. How can we understand that it travels through air only? Because the sound cannot travel in the vacuum. You know what is vacuum? Vacuum means the place from which there is no air is present. Means if we take out all the air from a place, then that space without air is known as vacuum, and from the vacuum the sound cannot travel. So it need any medium. So without medium means if there is a vacuum, sound cannot travel through. We will understand with an activity in which what we have to take? We have to take a metal or a glass tumbler that we use for the drinking water. It can be a glass tumbler or it can be a stainless or the metal tumbler. And make sure that the tumbler is dry, because we have to put our mobile phone in it. Remember, mobile phone is to put only in the empty tumbler, not with water. We don't have to put mobile in the water, but in the glass tumbler, empty glass tumbler, dry glass tumbler. Now put it in it, and then from the other phone, tell your friend or somebody else to ring on that phone that you put it in the tumbler. Now you can hear the ring because there is air around it. Now what we have to do, surround the rim of the tumbler with your hand, put your mouth on it, mouth on the opening between your hands as shown here in the figure. First we put the mobile in the tumbler, and then tell your friend to give ring on it, and then take that tumbler and hold it between your hands, and that rim means the open mouth in your own mouth, and try to suck the air from it. Now what we have to do? Now indicate to your friend to give a ring again. Now when you hold it, then tell your friend to give the ring again. And listen to the ring while sucking air from the tumbler. So you will keep sucking the air from the tumbler through your mouth. Now as the proportion of air is decreasing, you will see that, you will hear that the sound is becoming very, 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 very faint. And then at a time when there will be no air in the tumbler, you will not be able to hear the sound. Why? Because there is almost a vacuum in it. So as soon as you are sucking the air, the amount of air is decreasing, and therefore the sound of that ring also becoming faint and faint and faint. And then at a time when there is no air left in the tumbler, the phone is ringing, but the sound will not reach to your ear because there is no air there. And from this activity we can conclude that the sound cannot pass through the vacuum, means place without air. Now second thing that we can check by activity, that how can we understand that sound passes through the liquid also. And for that what we have to do, we have to take a bucket or a bathtub, plastic bathtub that you use for bathing, and fill it with clean water. Now don't put mobile in it. Not in everything you should use mobile. Now you have to take a bell, like that bell you use for the prayer in your temple. So now take a small bell in one hand and shake this bell inside the water to produce sound. So in one of your hand, take that bell and take it inside the tumbler or that bathtub, but don't make sure that it doesn't touch at the wall or the bottom of the tub, and shake it so that it will ring. Now take your ear near the water surface, but be careful that water should not enter the ear like this. Here there is a bathtub in which water is there. In one of your hand there is a bell. You have to shake the bell and just take your ear near the water. Be careful that the water should not enter your ear. So now you will definitely hear the sound, because sound is passing through the water and it will reach your ear. And therefore, from this activity we can understand that sound can pass or propagate through the liquid medium also. And therefore, that Paheli thought that yes, that is how whales and dolphins might be communicating underwater. Because we know that all the animals also communicate with each other. So underwater also they are communicating by this method, that sound is traveling through the water and they can communicate and message each other, whatever is like that. Now we have to understand that sound can pass through the solids also. Now for that, maybe you have already played that type of trick while in the school or somewhere also. For example, if you are sitting on the bench and put your ear on one side of the bench and tell your friend to strike on the other end of the bench, then you will hear the sound which is passing through that solid, your bench, wooden bench or a metal bench, whatever is there. But here you can understand with another activity also. Take a meter scale or a long metal rod. You have to take a long meter rod metal rod or a meter scale, and then what you have to do, hold its one end to your ear, and gently scratch or tap at the other end of the scale. So tell your friend to scratch at the other end or tap on it. Then you will hear the tapping sound or the scratching sound which will passing through that scale or the rod, and you will be able to hear it. So this activity shows that the sound can pass through the solid also. And as I told you that same thing you can do by placing the wooden or metallic table. You are sitting near a wooden table like that, and by this method also. That one was by the scale, as I told you, the scale one. And then you can see that here by the metallic or the wooden table, you can put your ear and tell somebody to scratch or tap. Then through that you can hear the sound. Similarly, you can make a toy telephone with the use of the thread also. By taking some plastic glasses and with a thread, then you can communicate like that by the toy telephone also. So these all activities conclude that the air or the water or the solids are the medium from which the sound can pass through, and sound cannot pass through the vacuum, means the place without any air. So that is the story about the sound, that it needs a medium for propagation, and as I told you, medium can be a solid or a liquid, or it can be a gas also. Now another question is that when the sound reaches our ear, then what is the mechanism in our ear so that we can hear that sound and communicate with each other? So therefore we have to understand the construction of our ear. Now the human ear has generally three main parts: outer ear, middle ear and inner ear. That is not the only ear, there is only the outer ear, a part of the outer ear whose shape is like a funnel. Garni jevana akar che funnel. So now along with it there is a canal inside. So now outer ear, which is of funnel shape, the sound enters it and passes through a canal, at the end of which there is a straight membrane called eardrum. So now the outer ear, which is also known as pinna, this is outside that we see is known as pinna. So now the ear, outer ear has a canal also, and at the end of the canal there is an eardrum. You can see in the figure. That is the outer ear, along with it there is a canal, and at the end of the canal there is a straight membrane which is known as the eardrum. So you can see that there is the eardrum which is at the end of the canal, which is a stretched membrane. Sound waves make the eardrum vibrate. So when the sound passing through that canal and reaches the eardrum, so that sound waves are vibrating, and therefore they are striking on that eardrum, and the eardrum also starting vibrating. Then the middle ear. Next to the eardrum is the middle ear. In the middle ear there are three bones attached with each other, and that bones are connected with the eardrum also. So now what happens when the eardrum starts vibrating? Then along with that these three bones which are attached with it are also start vibrating, and then they passing that vibration to the inner ear. So from the outer ear to middle ear, in the middle ear there are three bones connecting with it, and those bones passing that vibration to the inner ear. So the third part is the inner ear. Inner ear, it receives the vibration from middle ear and changes them into nerve impulses. Means now that sound waves, sound vibrations are reaching the inner ear. So inner ear received that vibrations from the middle ear, and now it converted them into the nerve impulses, because the brain only can understand via impulses. So now the impulses are there, and that impulses are carried to the brain by the nerves, especially the auditory nerves, which is related with the hearing. So now that vibrations which are converted into the nerve impulse, and those nerve impulse are carried out by the nerves, and they are taking it to the brain. Now brain will interpret that all messages, sounds, and then after that we can hear the sound. So this process is very, very speedy, so we can hear the sound at the same time. So inner ear, middle ear and outer ear are there. If you want to understand the work of the eardrum, then you can do the activity which is shown on the page number 163, in which we have to take a plastic or the tin can and cut its both the ends, and at one of the end take a piece of rubber band balloon across the end and fasten it with the rubber band, and then you have to take few grains or the dry cereals on that rubber band. Now ask your friend to speak hooray, hooray from the open end and observe what happened to the grain. So what we have to do, we have to take a plastic or tin can, both ends should be cut. Now on the one of the end, take a straight balloon or the rubber and tie it, and then put some rice grains or any cereal grains and hold it like that, like shown in the figure here. And then tell your friend to say hooray, hooray from the open end of that. So what will happen? Your sound will go and it will strike with that rubber band. I mean the membrane of the rubber balloon, and then it will work like eardrum and it will vibrate, and when it vibrates, the cereals or that grain, rice grain you put will start dancing. So that's how our eardrum also work inside, which start vibrates, and that vibration can be passed through that three bones, and thus the sound is reaching and we can hear the sound. So here we are going to finish today's session, and yeah, one thing remember that eardrum is a very very delicate membrane, and therefore you should not put any sharp thing in your ear, because it can pierce, it can make holes in the eardrum, and then you can be impaired with your ears, means you cannot hear permanently. So be careful that you should not enter any sharp things in the ear. So here we are going to finish the session, will be followed by the PDF file, and any confusion write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.